Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Terence Crawford only has one great win. Look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And Canelo Alvarez has done a recent interview with TMZ where he states, I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just won one big fight. If you see his record, he's just beaten one good fighter. Other than that, I don't think he's beaten other great fighters. Now, when you look at Canelo Alvarez's statement, you first give Terence Bud Crawford all the credit in the world. Terence Bud Crawford is a walking Hall of Famer. He's undefeated. He's undisputed at 147. He's the first male athlete to go undisputed in back-to-back weight class, so a lot of respect has to be given to Terence Bud Crawford, who's pound for pound number one and an elite fighter in boxing today. But according to Canelo Alvarez's statement, if we fact check it, has Terence Bud Crawford beaten other great fighters? And the answer is simple. It's absolutely not. He has not beaten other great fighters. And that's really what it is. It's no disrespect towards Terence Crawford. It's simply a factual statement. Think about this. Terence Bud Crawford run at 140 was probably one of the easiest undisputed runs in the history of boxing. That's why many people don't put much weight on that run of undisputed at 140. Think about it like this. He beat Julius Ndongo for the undisputed crown at 140. He's obviously was a nobody. He was a journeyman type of guy, and he just happened to hold those belts when Terence Bud Crawford came knocking. The man has done nothing in boxing since Terence Crawford whooped his ass. So at the end of the day, we understand that Ndongo was nobody in boxing. We understand that his best wins at welterweight, aside from Errol Spence, you see guys like Kell Brook and Sean Porter. Neither one of these guys were world champions at the time Terence Crawford fought these guys. Kell Brook was washed, and Sean Porter, he had lost virtually to every top fighter in the division, and he was at the point in his career where he was about to retire. So neither one of those wins were the great versions of those fighters. So you can't even rate those wins as, oh, he fought an undefeated Kell Brook. He fought an undefeated Sean Porter. He fought a world champion Brook or Porter. No, he didn't. He fought these guys at the end of their careers when they were non-champions and they had already been beaten by many other fighters. You've seen that Terence Bud Crawford beat Jeff Horn, and he rated that as one of his best wins, if not his best win at welterweight, aside from Errol Spence Jr. And you see that Jeff Horn's a one-dimensional fighter who's done nothing in the sport of boxing aside from a controversial victory over Manny Pacquiao. I give Terence Bud Crawford for beating everybody who stepped in the ring with him. He gets much credit and respect, but Canelo Alvarez's statement was simply factual. It was no hate, it was no disrespect, and it was not out of line. It's a factual statement. Terence Bud Crawford, according to his resume, has only beaten one great fighter. He's not been challenged in a way where he's fought multiple elite fighters. I respect Terence Crawford because right now he's trying to get all of those fights. He wants the Jermell Charlo fights. He wants the Canelo fights. So he's looking for those fights. So I respect Terence Crawford for that. But at the end of the day, this is a factual statement, not hate from Canelo. Men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.